Aggressive riding in the peloton. Again, the slow motion, the pain of the riders.
Verchet is given the most aggressive rider of today's stage, and so is Mathieu Bergadeau. So that means they're going to get a double combativity prize.
Well, we had a day without one, so now we have a day with two.
One to be given.
But actually, in fairness to who would have given it to, they've done the same amount of load. I mean, Bergadeau seems to be the stronger rider.
Yeah.
But I'd give it to Verchet for hanging onto his wheel. Yeah. He's the one doing the most fighting.
He is.
Right-hand third for the peloton, all stretched out. Oh, and there he goes.
Finally.
This is way too much.
Bergadeau goes clear. Verchet is dropped. I'm hearing on Radio Tour, puncture for Tim Merlier with 12.5 kilometres to go. Oof. Merlier looking for a bike change. This is not good news for the European champion.
No, this is not looking good at all, unfortunately. It's going to have to be a big effort for him to come back.
This is going to burn the legs, Nico.
Yes, it is, and he might have to do it alone, because I think most of his teammates are actually in the very front of the peloton looking after... Oh, crash.
Crash of one of the Israel Premier Tech riders. Hitting the deck through that roundabout.
I was saying most of the riders are looking after Remco Evenepoel at the very front. Might see the crash here.
Let's take a little look.
Oh, at the back. Oh, it looks like his foot came out of the pedal.
I wonder whether he was talking into the radio already, and I wonder whether he already had a puncture, and as you said, he slid off, because he was talking into the radio with his hand up.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like that.
Bergadeau still at the front, 15 seconds, he believes. 11.5 kilometres of racing to go. Fair play to these riders from Total Energy. They have given it everything this afternoon. Nearly 70 kilometres an hour. All the motorbikes out of the gap right now. Bergadeau has left Verchet behind. Michael Woods is waiting for a front wheel. And now it's Quinn Simmons who's hunting this down. This is Chris Nielands.
And he's going to take it easy now into the finish. They start seeing all the sprinters formation, getting up to the front. Bahrain victorious. They want to try and forget about yesterday.
Tish Benoot moves up. Phil Bauhaus will be in the wheels of Bahrain victorious. Can they turn around a bad day yesterday into a great day today? Paul Pennoet punctures.
Oh, yes, he's not happy.
Two sprinters out. It's going to be difficult, isn't it, for Pennoet to come back at 10 kilometres to go?
Yes, because look at the speed of this peloton, 63 kilometres per hour. And it's not going to slow down at this point. Formation of Tudor cycling on the left-hand side.
A few punctures all in a row there. Guillaume Bovan has also punctured. Michael Woods has punctured. Tim Merlier has punctured. So has Paul Pennoet punctured. Bergadeau, the solo attacker now. The peloton behind him. Well, the cavalry is charging, and they're about to bring him back into the group at 50 kilometres an hour. Inside 10 kilometres of racing now remain on stage 8 of the Tour. Well done to Mathieu Bergadeau. A little bit of a split in the peloton now.
Yeah, riders are starting to sit up. There's no real bit like yesterday. If you're not really doing GC or not getting involved with a sprint or not looking after a rider.
Simon Yates drops away.
Well, you sit up and start thinking about tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
Another problem.
There's Woods.
Yeah, there's Woods. He finally gets a bike. At the back of the race here is Paul Pennoet trying to come back. Puncture also for one of the EF riders on the right-hand side of the road.
And also one thing to bear in mind, with the peloton drifting back and splitting in groups, the cars are not directly overtaking, so he's going to find himself a lot of traffic.
Sitting up, Luc Plapp. Just heard on Radio Tour, Tim Merlier has just got back to the peloton. What a job by Merlier. He's with his teammate, Bert van Leeberger. He goes up the outside on the right. Chaotic end to today's stage, as Nico, you predicted it would be.
Yes, unfortunately not because of punctures. But again, it's going to coming now into this final technical part. Lots of roundabouts. you have to be cautious. I hope the sports director did the homework. There are certain roundabouts where you need to take one side is a lot quicker than the other.
Alpecin-Deceuninck move up on the right-hand side as we look. They've got their sprinter for the day, the Australian Caden Groves. Left-hand side, Jonas Vingegaard with his team just being brought forward and out of trouble. Tom Scoynes pressing now to try and put the green jersey in the right position. They also have to look after Schelmoser, their rider for the general classification.
And also interesting to see with a team of Little Trek, Jasper Stuyven, normally one of the last men of the lead out, but he's in the front today doing the work early.
Big turn now, right-hand turn. Tudor go through in the front with Lidl Trek, with Wiesma, Lisa Bike. Pogacar is still happy to sit right at the back of this peloton this afternoon. Tim Merlier with Remco Evenepoel. Merlier just waiting, recovering. If he wins this stage, it will be exceptional, having had to come back so fast.
He has two very different tactics there between the teams of Visma Lisa Bike and the team of Emirates XRG. One is on the most relaxed side, staying behind, staying out of trouble, gambling on the fact that you have the 5-kilometer rule and the 3-second rule, because it's very important that those rules are combined, actually, because that gives you a lot more security. And on the other hand, Jonas Vingegaard, who's literally in second place at the moment until the 5 kilometers to go, saying, I don't want to be back. If I'm in second wheel, I'm not going to crash. I won't take one single risk. There's Mohoric coming into the middle, squeezing in there from the riders.
Oops, a little
leaning
bit of a
on.
lean. Bauhaus, or Mohoric actually, just leaning on one of the Tudor riders.
Bauhaus is on his wheel just behind.
Bauhaus trying to get through, leans, shoulders a little bit, tries to move a rider out the way. It's quite risky in there this afternoon. Left-hand side now, you see Tudor with Dainese, the little figure of him tucked in the slipstream behind Trentin, getting ready for this sprint. Got to be careful, these legs of the barriers, a little bit narrow as the riders made their way through that section. 7 kilometers of racing to go. Nico, what's coming up?
So you're staying on this road for a bit, and then you're going to turn left and then right and go into the 5 kilometers, and all that is on the riverbank. But coming up now, you're going to go into this little shopping street. It gets narrow, and it'll be rolling down.
Another little bit of a shoulder-to-shoulder section.
And there'll be loads of those today.
Another left-hand turn. We go through that. A little bit narrow. We go behind the building and come out with the riders 2 abreast. Train of Alpecin-Deceuninck now 3 abreast as Wiesma Lisa Bike look after Vingegaard, but coming to the front now is the team of Bahrain Victorious looking after Phil Bauhaus. Trentin is there, look comfortable, just pedaling away nicely in the black and red of Tudor Pro Cycling.
The right-hand turn.
Big move by Dylan Groenewegen on the right-hand side. Wow. That was a bit of a dive bomb on the inside to move up about 30 places. 6 kilometers to go.
So 1 kilometer straight on this riverfront. And it's so funny to see that, well, because they've been drag racing for so long, those sprinters team are actually quite decimated in numbers. None of the teams... Oh, there's again Vingegaard. He knows the 5K rule. He wants to be without any trouble, but he goes and pushes the riders from Tudor. Obviously, the Tudor, a lot of respect, let Vingegaard. Affini in the front, making sure he gets there at the 5 kilometers.
This is Paul Pennoet. He's not there yet. For him to take part in this sprint, he has to be right in the right position. So Vingegaard now 2nd place in this peloton as we make our way into the 5 kilometer situation. Into Laval, a beautiful place along the banks of the river. A long straight line of riders. 50 kilometers an hour. Jordi Meus has just been distanced, so they'll go with Danny Van Poppel if indeed they decide to go for a sprint at all. 5 kilometers of racing now remain on today's stage.
Yeah, fair point. They might decide to literally just look after Roglic and Lipovic.
Vingegaard talks into the radio, goes to the far left-hand side.
There he is, he's saying, okay, I don't want to get involved. My job was to be at the 5 kilometer, and they called it the zone sprint.
Vingegaard doing the right thing, moving up on the side, getting out of trouble. And here is Jordi Meus. we get ready then for a sprint. Everybody moving around, little chicanes now and then. Pogačar is further back. Vingegaard is just drifting his way through the peloton.
And he also has information that Tadej Pogačar is in the back, that also Remco Evenepoel is also in the back.
So Tudor Pro Cycling, left-hand side as we look with Dainese. They're in the team in black and red. Looking good this afternoon for Dainese to try and win his first ever stage of the Tour de France. Wout van Aert moves up. He fancies a sprint this afternoon.
Yeah, well, Danny van Poppel is going to go for the sprint. He's sitting on the wheel of Cees Bol.
And Luc Met gets his there as well in the lavender colours of Jaco Alula with the silver grey shorts.
So now we're going to turn to the right and we're going to be on this big main road. And it's going to drag up all the way to 3 kilometers to go.
A little bit of a drag now to 3 kilometers. Everyone's got to get themselves in the right position. Arnaud Delis is up there at the front in a good position on the left-hand side, just behind the team of Alpecin de Koenig. His lead-out man tries to move him up in the red on the left-hand side. Big move of the team of Israel Premier Tech on the right-hand side with Pascal Ackermann. And here comes Milan in the green jersey with the colours of Lidl Trek.
Yeah, Lidl Trek coming right up to the front. We're going to have to go around this roundabout now. It'll be quite technical because once you're on the other side of the roundabout, you could just see the road on the left. That's where you're going back, and that's all the way downhill. And in no time, you'll be at the 2 kilometers to go and around that chicane.
On the wheel of that train is Oliver Naesen, I think. Naesen moves up. Fast downhill now, 3 kilometers to go. Nico, what comes up next?
So we're going to go all around this big roundabout, and that's going to stretch that peloton. And then after that, we're going back down the same road all the way to 2 kilometers. Hey, it looks flat from here, but believe me, it is not flat. You'll see that speed going right up to 60k an hour. There's a roundabout straight after the 2 kilometers. It will be very important to be in position. There's another roundabout at 1.8, and this one's a bit off camber. There's a real chicane, and then you will start making your way towards a kilometer. From 1.8 to go after the roundabout, you will start dragging up to the finish.
Israel peel off. Right-hand side, the team of Lotto trying to get involved as they try to bring Arnaud Delis, his first stage win in the Tour. He's tucked in on the wheel. Look at the speed, nearly 80 kilometers an hour. In fact, we're probably about to hit 80. We are. We touch over 80 kilometers an hour as we make our way towards a finish. It's super fast on a sizzling hot day in Laval. Bahrain victorious go into that turn, use all the road at the front for Phil Bauhaus. 1,800 meters to go, and it's a furious sprint.
Yeah, it's really stretched out, and we're going to come into this other roundabout. And again, this other roundabout is a little bit more complicated to pass. Going to have to spend a lot more energy if you're not in position. There it is, rider slowing right down, throwing the bike in the front. That's Mohoric. And the gap opening.
Milan lent on Caden Groves, who kind of overshot that corner a little bit. So Groves is having to work hard to get himself in position because Mathieu van der Poel, his lead-out man, is a little bit ahead. Lidl Trek have position. Groves shuts the gap. Ackermann is on his wheel, just behind his Bauhaus. Just behind them is one of the Lotto riders. Moving up on the left-hand side comes Wout van Aert.
And it's hard there for Consoni. He's done a big job. Leaves Jasper Stuyven in the front. Very early there from to go, but they have to commit to it. A lot of the teams are coming up. As you see, Trentin leading out now. Dainese on the wheel. Wout van Aert is going to go for the sprint as well.
Here's 1,000 meters of racing to go on this 8th stage of the Tour de France. Big move by Pavel Bittner. Attack on the left-hand side.
Like Gregoire.
Is that Penouet or is that Gregoire? I'll tell
92.
you it is. It is going to be Lewis Askey. Lewis Askey is up there for the team of Groupama, being led out. So Askey is trying to get involved in the mix. 570 meters to go, but the arrival now of Mathieu van der Poel with a big rush. Right-hand side, it's Pascal Ackermann. Jonathan Milan moves across onto the wheel of Caden Groves. Wout van Aert is still there. Here goes Jonathan Milan. Oh, he went to go and then decided it was too early in this wind. He's decided. Here goes the sprint now. Jonathan Milan firing to try and win his first ever stage of the Tour de France. Wout van Aert's going to challenge Jonathan Milan, but it is going to be no doubt the Italian sits up confident, wins stage number 8, the first stage win in the Tour for Jonathan Milan.
Well, what a lead out there by Consoni and by his teammate Jasper Stuyven. It was a long way to go. He was isolated. He was capable of using other trains that were coming from behind. He seems to be in control from 1.5 kilometers to go. At some point, massive surge from Van der Poel with Groves in the wheel. He timed it. He waited, opened up the gap. Perfect timing there for him, but I think he was also the strongest by far.
He was. He went to go and then decided, no, let's wait a second. Jonathan Milan has won his first ever stage in the Tour de France. Fantastic performance by Milan. So confident, sat up. Looks like it was easy, but it wasn't easy at all.
No, it wasn't easy when you go look at it.
Look at this
At some
sprint.
point there, he was almost collecting, elbows himself out, sees the opportunity, knows where he needs to go, powers out. Van Aert comes very close and to the right. Not enough. Good effort there by the Alpecin, the Koenig team, but it's just not at the level of these two riders.
Wout van Aert, second on the stage, right on the wheel of Jonathan Milan.
I mean, in fairness, he's a good sprint there by Wout van Aert. Hasn't been sprinting in a while. Been doing
It's a fantastic sprint. All that pressure is now released. They did it. That's what it means to win a stage. Johnny Milan wins stage 8 of the Tour. The Italian powerhouse does what he's been searching for days. Wout van Aert, though, what a sprint. For a moment, it looked like Van Aert might challenge, but then he just had no answer to the might of Milan.
And you just see the difference of power when we had the shot from behind, when both of them went. Just opened up this big gap on Groves. That was led out perfectly by his teammates. And Coquard having a good sprint there. And Denis.
Delis was up there in the top 10
as well. Yeah, there you go.
Consoni.
It's so important for everyone. That's what I was saying earlier on. When you have a win like this, it's a whole team that's built around one single rider or one single goal. He's got responsibilities, and when he nails it, it's a whole team that benefits from that.
Let's take a look at the classification. Jonathan Milan wins stage 8 into Laval ahead of Wout van Aert and Caden Groves. Behind them, Pascal Ackermann, Arnaud Delis. No sight of Biniam Girmay at all. Tobias Lunt was there in 6th place. Laval, the 3rd time as a stage town of the Tour. We didn't see Biniam Girmay at all in that sprint.
No, at all, nor his teammates. They must have got swamped in at some point.
Well, he's finally got the stage when he's been looking for. He wanted it on day 1, it didn't happen. But 8 days in, and he gets the stage victory. A fantastic win for Lidl Trek.
and moves in the green jersey.
Yes.
Not just wearer.
No, now he's the leader.
And he's opened up a big gap.
This is what you came for. It didn't happen on stage 1, it didn't happen on stage 3, but you have it. You have your Tour de France stage victory.
Yeah, you know, I think I didn't still understood what we did. You know, to come with some expectations and some dreams to bring home. Then, you know, to predict them and to bring them home they're two different things. But I was confident with the team, and we was really close in the last stage. I mean, not in the first one, but in the third one we was pretty close to the victory. We know that we just went a bit too early, but today, you know, we was really focused. We was really believing in it. Just my guys did an amazing job until the final. It was a really tough final. I have to say, a bit stressful, but I was not expecting so. It was dragging up so much the last kilometer and a half. I know that I had to wait as long as that I could. But yeah, I like this kind of finals. I was really happy for the work that we did. We really deserve it.
You can't believe it because it's so difficult to win a stage on the Tour de France.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the level is so high. Everyone is looking and will deserve one. So, you know, we also really deserve one. So at this point, so I'm really happy for all of us for this result. We really deserve it. And now, let's try to rest as much as possible tonight, and tomorrow we will try again.
It's also Viva Italia. 113 stages since an Italian has won a stage on the Tour de France. It was Vincenzo Nibali in 2019. You do it again. That's important for the nation.
I think so. You know, and winning also with this jersey on the shoulders, it means a lot for me. It means a lot for, I think, also all my country. I think that's it. I'm really happy to the result, and I will try to bring others at home, of course.
Enjoy the podium.
Thank you.
A long time since an Italian wins. 113 stages. That's a long time.
Par rapport à ce que l'on connaissait hier lors de la dernière cérémonie protocolaire.
Nobody had a chance, Jordi. Unbelievable. Chapeau, guys. Managed really well.
De s'être imposé cet après-midi.
The green Hulk, man. Congrats.
I think he was right. Nobody had a chance.
No.
Yeah, Marlier shaking a little bit the head there. Really unfortunate.
Just a puncture at the wrong time. Because once those legs are gone, the legs are gone, aren't they? To chase, to even get back on at that speed was pretty impressive. This is how the general classification looks. It stays the same. Pogačar leads by 54 seconds from Remco Evenepoel, with Kevin Vogtland in third place. João Almeida completes today's route. He's got through one stage. In 2021, Tadej Pogačar won the time trial here. Arrival of Michael Storer and Julian Alaphilippe. We wait now for the podium presentation of today's stage. Nico, it was a tough one to judge from a kilometre to go.
Yes, it was actually very messy. And there's Jeremiah in the front, but just didn't have the power. There he is on the wheel. That's Alex Laurent just drifting back and just couldn't have the power. But good work by the teams of Groupama United. Look at how quickly he comes back behind to put him in position. Wow, Milan not afraid to give a bit of an elbow there. Dainese again, also very aggressive. But nothing's wrong, that's how they do it. Great lead out by Groupama. But then Mathieu van der Poel's look behind, sees the opening onto the left before the rider just swings out. Big effort. No, goes in the inside there. Milan, make sure he has the space to go out. He knows what he's doing, he knows where he wants to be. He's on the good side of the wheel, the wind was coming from the left. Goes out. Dainese tries to get low. But yes, these two riders, they're above Jeroen, but it was hard. No one could get around him today on a sprint like this.
Wout van Aert had a good go.
Yeah, he had a very good go.
Pretty impressive from Wout van Aert. But just the confidence in which Milan sits up, takes the victory. The rest of the sprinters, what, two or three lengths behind, other than Wout van Aert? We're in the centre of Laval now. Place de Trémoille, renovated in 2013. The county of Laval belonged to the La Trémoille family from 1601 to 1792. And the gate, the Bucharest gate. If you visit Laval, you can visit the Milk Museum, which is in the centre. It's known as the City of Milk.
Hence the cow earlier on the...
From Bernie Eisel.
And we had a nice little walk in the old town yesterday.
Beautiful place.
Entièrement à la cause de Jonathan Milan, pas de Mats Pedersen qui était présent sur le Giro d'Italia. C'était donc tout pour Jonathan Milan, avec également une porte ouverte à Mathias Kielbos du côté de la montagne. Donc,
Our final rider reaches the line. There are riders who now are just trying to survive, get themselves through this tour, at least get to the rest day and try and recover a little bit. Jonas Rutsch finishes the stage after his crash.
Also das weiß ich nicht, also ich komme mit der Schulter weh. Muss mal gucken jetzt.
Jonas Rutsch will be checked over, of course, and made sure that he's okay. He's got plenty of battle scars after that big crash. Let's hope he's okay. The adrenaline will stop now, and now he'll know whether he's all right or not.
You feel it in the shower.
Well,
He wants to go to get the X-ray checked. Asking for the X-ray, the medical truck.
Mathieu van der Poel trying to put Caden Groves into a winning position. Such a hard sprint.
It almost looked like Van der Poel could have done a better sprint himself, almost, but good effort there by, I guess it's also giving him a little bit of a chance to go for the experience of sprinting in the Tour de France for later on.
Van Aert came alongside the back wheel for just a moment. That's when I thought maybe he was going to have a go, but he just couldn't get past. Here's a reminder of the winners of the stages so far. On his debut in the Tour, Jonathan Milan takes the stage victory. Pogačar is heading towards the podium now.
Cette distinction avec cette expédition les 70 derniers kilomètres qui ont le mérite de compléter la situation, un peloton qui était groupé.
Merci mon cher Damien. Voilà, mesdames, messieurs, dans quelques instants, votre attention s'il vous plaît, début de la cérémonie protocolaire des marches du Tour que nous ouvrons bien sûr avec l'hymne officiel du Tour de France.
The podium presentation of stage 8 of the Tour. The winner of today's stage is Jonathan Milan, the Italian Olympic champion. 23rd win of his career. Four times a stage winner in the Giro d'Italia, now a stage winner in the Tour de France.
De Monsieur le ministre de l'Intérieur Bruno Retailleau et du président du conseil départemental de la Mayenne Olivier Richefou, et de l'autre côté du podium Vincent Cordier, Société Fenwick, invité continental. Et bien voilà les applaudissements pour Jonathan Milan. Et oui, Jonathan Milan, le sprinter, le sculptural sprinter italien, 1m96, 90 kg de muscles et de puissance, qui l'a emporté en ultra costaud ici à Laval, dans ce département de la Mayenne, dans ce beau territoire qui aime tant le cyclisme et qu'il a encore prouvé avec un public très nombreux. Dans quelques instants, nous changerons de tableau, comme chaque fois évidemment, donc avec les porteurs.
Maximum speed in the last kilometre, 78 kilometres an hour. Considering that's a drag uphill for a lot of it, that's amazing. Jonathan Milan ahead of Wout van Aert, Caden Groves, Ackermann, De Lee and Tobias Lunt. Ackermann gets his best result in this Tour de France so far. The yellow jersey remains on the shoulders of Tadej Pogačar.
Et il conserve son maillot jaune. Tadej Pogačar, le leader de l'équipe UAE Team Emirates. L'Hôtel Hôtesse LCL pour le bouquet de fleurs et la mascotte de Petit Lion, bien sûr, en présence de Nathalie Camus, directrice régionale LCL, et de Florian Berco, maire de Laval et président de Laval Agglomération. Ah, ils ont le sourire et évidemment, comme de coutume, Tadej Pogačar n'a pas traîné, pas le temps de bronzer sur le podium protocolaire. Il a le temps sur le vélo, mais sur le podium, ça va vite, vite et bien. Donc voilà, Tadej Pogačar.
He's just as fast on the podium as he is on the bike. I think now the speakers are recognizing that as well. Maximum speed today, 82.3 kilometers an hour.
De cette 112e édition de ce Tour de France cycliste, une édition 2025, donc baignée de soleil évidemment, baignée aussi des cris joyeux d'une foule.
Pogačar leads with the same margin on Remco Evenepoel as he did yesterday. The top 10 doesn't move around for the first time in a few days. We look out over Laval. The famous painter Henri Rousseau was born on the 21st of May 1844 in Laval. The green jersey and stage winner Jonathan Milan. He now is firmly in the green jersey after today.
Jonathan Milan de l'équipe Lidl-Trek. L'Hôtel Hôtesse, Skoda Auto lui ont remis un bouquet et mascotte en présence de Julia Polak, press manager Skoda Pologne, et de l'autre côté du podium, donc le vice-président du conseil départemental de la Mayenne en charge des sports, Gérard Dujarier, qui sont heureux bien sûr de saluer le grand sprinter italien, l'homme fort de l'étape du jour. Voilà, regardez un petit peu le côté athlétique de ce garçon. Eh bien effectivement, merci beaucoup et bravo à Jonathan Milan, voilà, qui aura été l'homme du jour, cela va de soi.
His average speed 58.9 and the maximum 78 in that sprint.
Pour le meilleur grimpeur de ce tour à l'issue de cette 8e étape, un maillot qui ne change pas d'épaule, donc toujours sur celle de Tim Wellens, donc équipier de l'équipe UAE Team Emirates.
He now has 192 points to Tadej Pogačar's 156. Best young rider, Remco Evenepoel, making his way to the stage. King of the Mountains is Tim Wellens.
Ici à Laval ce soir, c'est Tim Wellens, l'équipe UAE Team Emirates, donc, qui a 2 maillots distinctifs dans les enjeux de ce Tour de France. Tim Wellens, félicité par l'Hôtel Hôtesse des Centres Leclerc en présence de Karine Jo, adhérente du Centre Leclerc de Saint-Barthevin, et également donc sur le podium protocolaire Christelle Mousset, Conseillère départementale de la Mayenne. Voilà, le soleil brille sur le visage de Tim Wellens, des hôtes et hôtesses, de nos personnalités.
Tim Wellens will wear the King of the Mountains again tomorrow.
Pour Tim Wellens qui va pouvoir rejoindre lui aussi l'autre côté du podium protocolaire pour répondre aux questions forcément importantes et motivées donc de nos amis de la presse internationale. Il nous reste donc encore
Tim Wellens just 1 point ahead of Pogacar. There are no King of the Mountains tomorrow, which means that Wellens will carry it into Monday. And the best young rider is Remco Evenepoel of the Soudal Quick-Step team.
Le meilleur jeune de ce Tour de France, deuxième au classement général, c'est Remco Evenepoel de l'équipe Soudal Quick-Step.
Remco remains in second place overall in this tour.
Directeur de la marque Chris, et Vincent Saunier, vice-président du conseil départemental de la Mayenne, en charge des territoires. Et quel beau territoire, ma foi, que ceux de ce département de la Mayenne qui nous accueillit avec tellement de gentillesse. Remco Evenepoel, donc immense champion lui aussi, donc champion olympique, champion.
His maximum speed today, 82.7 kilometers an hour.
Il est le dauphin de Pogacar au général, avec moins d'une minute de retard.
17 seconds his lead on the second place rider, Kevin Vauquelin. And it's a joint combative award today, Burgodeau and Verschet. First time I've ever seen that. Nice to see.
En présence de Céline Loiseau, adjointe au maire de Laval, vice-présidente de Laval Agglomération, en charge des sports, de monsieur le ministre de l'Intérieur, Bruno Retailleau, et de l'autre côté donc du podium, Morgane Dréano, directeur de l'agence Century 21, Dréano Immobilier à Laval. Voilà, des Vendéens bien sûr, donc des
So they will wear the special numbers tomorrow on the stage, and I'm sure their sports director, who was motivating them during the race to go on the attack, will be very pleased with this. Respected the race, got on the podium.
Yeah, I think the sports director would be happy. Both of them are happy it's over as well. But fair play.
At the end of the day, the race was very blocked, nothing happening. These two ignited it, made the race exciting to watch for the last
hour and a half
of racing. It was great to see. Nice also to share it with your teammate.
It would have been really hard to choose one over the other.
And there we are. Now we've got the same number of expected combatives as we would have expected at the beginning of the race, because we didn't have one on stage 3. And as I mentioned earlier on today, there's been this special initiative by Chris, who are the sponsors of the white jersey, a solidarity initiative in this edition of the Tour to help young people in partnership with their Student Foundation for the City, in partnership with the Student Foundation for the City Association, and 65,000 euros handed over for this Étape Mont Blanc. Here's a reminder of the jerseys at the end of stage 8. The stage 8 jerseys: Pogacar, Wellens, Milan and Remco Evenepoel. And the most combative rider. We need to fit another rider alongside Bergado and Verschet. Let's hear now from Tadej Pogacar.
Today, it was still a fast day with over 41 kilometers an hour, but it must be enjoyable to be able to have a stage like this one with a jersey on your shoulders, much more relaxing.
Yeah, it was much more relaxed. Yeah, even though I would hope for like more straight road, sometimes we go through a lot of hectic villages, but it's beautiful to this kind of stage also, and today was a bit more easy. A bit stressed in the final, but quite manageable, and yeah, nice day out there on the bike.
And good news, Joao Almeida was on his bike.
Yeah, good news. He's really a big warrior. You could see that he was quite suffering with every single small acceleration. So yeah, chapeau to him for finishing today the stage and not giving up. And yeah, this is the true spirit of a champion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tadej Pogacar, another day in yellow over, and he moves into stage 9 tomorrow. The presentation for the city of Laval and the region now. And the medal being presented to the Mayenne department and Laval.
Laval et la Mayenne étaient en fait, messieurs, la ville de Laval qui avait mis les petits plats dans les grands, le grand braquet aussi pour une victoire de sprinter. Ça n'est pas tout à fait anormal. Un petit mot pour conclure dans cette belle journée.
C'est vrai que Laval, c'est une petite ville moyenne, mais je crois qu'aujourd'hui, elle a tout d'un grand, tout d'une grande, en tout cas avec cette très belle arrivée du Tour de France, c'était assez exceptionnel. On a vu la ferveur sur toute la route et notamment l'arrivée, le centre-ville.
Pogacar making his way now to the press conference and everything else that he has to do after the stage. As always, moving fast through the crowds, which he tends to do. A reminder of the team classification now. Visma Lease Bike still leading that with an advantage of 5:33 on UAE Team Emirates XRG. Of course, every day we present the team of the day in our neutralised section, which we'll do again tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at what is on the menu tomorrow. We head from Chinon, a stage of 174.1 kilometres, taking us through one intermediate sprint and down to the newly renamed Cavendish City. There's the profile 1,400 metres of climbing on tomorrow's stage. Today was always going to be a bit of a transition day. Nothing much happened on the roads as the riders tried to recuperate after some difficult stages. Ultimately, though, 2 riders went clear, Mathieu Burgodeau and Verschet. They take the most combative rider at the finish. Italy gets the stage win it's been hoping for, and Jonathan Milan takes his first ever stage of the Tour de France. Tomorrow is another sprinter's day by the looks of things, so we're going to get ready for more fast action at the finish. Who's going to win in Cavendish City? Stage 9 is ahead from Nicholas Roach and me, Anthony McCrossan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.